All right, well, we got two mega cute chicks here, and they are on the BOGette and Aunt Barry found them here, and they are parked up on the soccer field. So the construction's over there, and they are on the goalpost. They're just hanging out. So I think there was a bit of a swirl of activity after we left yesterday morning, according to the young guy who's running the stop sign down there.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and then you had activity yesterday during during the early afternoon.
Yeah.
Yes. And then last evening we had them here over by Rice, and there was a bit of a prey drop there. So we got, and the kids were playing in the excavation, along the edge of the excavation there. So check out X to see some cute video of these guys. And 01 got a prey drop on sort of like the front of Rice, and then 23 got up there, but he didn't get any prey, so he went down to the construction area. So anyway, check out some of that stuff on X to get a little bit of an update from last evening. And this morning we're happy that they're here. So the construction site's pretty quiet here on the east end. They got the crane, they got all of truss 8 buttoned up yesterday, and they got more trusses delivered yesterday. Over here they were working on the digging up the sidewalk and the rest of the road. And over there the construction people are getting going on Rice. They are doing a abatement in there, probably removing old materials, whatever they have found in there. And then they're going to be closing off that parking area where we are at now next week. So the area where the coops were, that's going to become their lay yard for their materials, stuff like that. And then the area over there, they're going to fence it off, I think, for a while. I think we should assume this can be for a while. They're going to dig a trench through that parking lot, like from the street to the back, and for some, I don't know, electrical, who knows what, something. But anyway, that parking area is going to be closed off. So yeah, there'll be even less parking. Less parking. And that's our neighbor lady right there running.
So next week, can you park down in?
Yeah. Yep, we can. We have a temporary NU parking sticker or tag or whatever it is. So these little ones are hanging out together, and so the new construction folks that are going to be working on Rice, we just met with them in the parking lot, and we had a good chit chat about the hawks. Oh, and gonna fly right behind him, and gonna go on to the fence. Yep.
Maybe come Rice, maybe come Wing Drive.
We might get some wing drive activity here. All right, so he's down toward the area that I described where the shot put is at the end of the down in that area in the corner, and across the field that way is what we call the playpen. All right, so O1 is one of them is over there. Let's check out who this one is. Yep, that's O1 on the goalpost, and 23 is the mover. There he is. The mover and the shaker. That's our little 23, and let me just say good morning. Folks are on chat, good morning. You're gonna go back to your sister, morning, Noel, Birdie. And I can't tell exactly who else there is. All right, you can fly back. Nice job, young man. Hi there, Lisa. Good morning. Who is? I can't tell at the very top. The top of the chat. Okay. Noel, Lisa, and Bob. Good morning, Bob. How are you? There's a ways there. Yeah, it's nice to have you on live with us. There's more fun. Alright, so you get an idea where we've got they've got some knitting on the black poles there behind. You can see it there. I think they do that mostly for, well, I guess it's a soccer field only. This is not a field hockey field. That's a little different, but hey, I guess it works. Saves you having to run around looking for soccer balls. Anyway, this is where they are. Base of the ETT1. There's a construction site there to the west. And that's all blocked off, obviously all fenced off with fencing. There's a crane. The crane's on the move, so they may be lifting another truss today. It's possible they've got trusses laid out. They had deliveries past couple of days, so they could easily put the north half of truss 9 up. And there's the road. They're working on crossing the road here from Rice, the trench, looking their way through. They got steel plates on one half, they're digging out the other half. And there is Atkinson. There's Rice, they're working on Rice. They'll be redoing the whole thing, all the windows will be coming out, and they're gonna be doing the same thing. I don't know if they're gonna be gutting the inside, like actually gutting the floor, but they'll be trenching around the building They're gonna dig a trench around Rice to waterproof it, just like they did. They did the same thing over at Johnson Sage Hall.
Yeah.
Took them a couple of years, but they dug around the west side of that building, way down, and redid the foundations from the outside. So they'll be doing the same thing at McGraw. They'll be trenching around the entire building there, redoing the foundations. And in that case, they're going to be gutting the entire inside of the building. I think they must have done something pretty substantial like that at Sage Hall, because when you walk inside there, there's a beautiful atrium, all that kind of stuff that probably did not exist originally. So I wouldn't be surprised if they just take the whole interior out of Rice and start from scratch.
I mean, that's pretty much what you're doing at plant science too. So.
Yeah, the plant science is the same sort of deal. I mean, I think they'll probably keep the floors in Rice and probably keep the floors in plant sci. Like in McGraw, they're just taking out the entire inside of the building. And they're going to prop up the walls, and it's just going to be a shell.
Yeah.
And they're going to rebuild the whole thing from the inside.
Wow.
Kind of like they did in, my dad was telling me about what they did in Europe after World War II. They basically, where they could, they preserved and restored the outsides of the building.
Everywhere in Europe,
It's all facades. It's all, and the insides are all brand new. Yeah. Well, brand new as of 1940s and 50s. Yeah, and actually this will be the second. This will be the second redo and gutting of McGraw, because McGraw used to be the central part of the building, the most of the building. Oh no! It's an audio. Oh. Oh, that's probably, it looks like that's Wink now gonna chase him. It's a token chase. That's Winker or BR. I know, it's like a token chase.
Wasn't like the bald eagles last night. Olin definitely blew them out.
Yeah. He's funny, isn't he? He's like, look, how many years have I told you I'm not going to hurt your chicks? As long as they don't have a tail and scales, they're good to go. Well, they got a tail, but they don't got scales. Yeah, so anyway, so McGraw used to be the Natural History Museum here on campus. And so it had this beautiful central huge atrium with balconies all around and radiating display cases and the whole 9 yards, you know, and had a beautiful stained glass, you know, at the very top of the atrium, the top of the fourth floor and stuff. And then it had wings where there was some offices in one end, and the other end had a auditorium. And so those collections all got dispersed around campus, and in I think 40s or 50s, they just redid everything and stuck floors in, and it's just it was a rabbit warren of oh my god, it's a little chipping sparrow. Hello, what are you doing, little guy? Guess he's chipping. Chipping away. Yeah, it is. They've been raising money for a long time for McGraw, if that's what you're asking about. You just want to see the O's. Very good, Danny. I'm laughing. Yeah, it took them a number of years to raise the funds. So those monies are dedicated. So let's have a look. This is going to be 01, I believe. Yep, that's 01. Yes, we got that nice little clear call. $23, not so much. Now, since they saw mom or dad come flying over, now they are.
Yeah, she's up around Rob.
Yeah. Yeah, I was showing her up there, but I think that since
they can see her.
They can see her, and so therefore.
A lot more talking.
A lot more talking, yes. A lot more talking. So, that's the question. So why 23 can't decide if the O is 2 or 3? No, it's just our homage to the chick that we lost. That's all. So I say 23 or O23, but O23. And there goes dad or mom is now flying. Yep. There she goes. She's flying toward maybe Humphreys. That's the tall brown pole in the background. You're getting mobbed along the way. Where'd you go, Mom? Where did you go, sweetie? Oh, yeah, okay. And around. And around. She's being mobbed. Yeah, she's getting mobbed by Red Wing. Those Red Wings are fast. Holy cow, she got 4 of them after her now. That might be, I wonder if that's Wink and he raided a nest. Is she still up there? No, she's gone. See if we can find her again. I lost her. Ah, okay. Got it. Alright, so I guess she's going behind Bartels. Alright, well, somebody was unhappy with her. I'm back on the chicks. Oh, one might go. Oh, one might go. Okay. Well, one might go. She's gonna go. I'm way behind her. Okay, there she is. I need a hawk sensing radar.
Yeah, that's winter.
Is that Winker? He must have raided something. He must have raided something. So was he the one that was on? Well, yeah. Oh, I see him. Was he the one that was on Riley Rob? Okay, then it wasn't Mom. All right, there's the Winker. Here's the dad. We go up this way and go there. There's the kid. That's 01. And yeah, flying through the building, and she's up. Well, she tried to land on truss 7, and she tried to land on truss 7, and she dipped down underneath that. She probably went over the Bartels. We're gonna see if Dad is gonna get mobbed. Where are we going? Find the dad. There's a roof now. She tried to, I think, land up. Oh, there's a roof.
Yeah.
There is I guess that flange. Jake was telling me it's a flange on these trusses.
Yeah.
It's like pretty wide.
Yeah, so
pretty.
yeah, they're probably IB type thing.
Yeah, pretty wide. So technically,
she
could sit up there. Yeah.
But that's not the best place to be.
No.
And now, like, if we want to go over there, we gotta hike.
Well, we gotta get in our car and go drive around. There is no hiking. You have to go all the way around the building, the fence like that. Yeah. Or you have to go all the way down the Wild. And there is a crosswalk down there.
Shocking.
Shocking. You're shocked. Very. You're in a mood this morning. So anyway, we got 23 still here. Right there. Thanks, church. So what would you like to do? Do you want to drive around the other side, or shall we stay here, stay put on this side of the construction? Yeah. All right, I'm gonna stay here with. If you want to wander, feel free to wander. You don't have to stay here with me. Go somewhere now? You're gonna go following your sister? So she did a flight through the center of the building. I'm talking about. Okay. Yowzer. All right, so he's over at the official. So 23 flew over. He flew over to the playground. All right, I'm gonna walk over there. Huh? Why not? Do you want to drive over there? I can't hear you. Well, I mean, if you want to grab the car, that's fine. I'm start walking. He has decided to follow his own muse. Or perhaps there's some better food over here. So I may not go all the way. We'll see. Yeah, I see him on the fence over there. See how far he goes. If it were hot out here, I would say, yeah, sorry kid, I'll show you from a distance, but since it's not, we'll go, here's the shot put area here. Here's the big building going up. And the chick is across the field. And I'm sure when I fly over there, he's gonna fly back. So, I'll tell you what we're gonna do. At the moment, I'm going to show him through the fence here. We'll keep an eye on him. See how far he goes. All right, there's O23. Oh yeah. So his sister went one way. Good morning, Deborah. I'm pretty sure, well, yeah, I'm pretty sure that the big cam can see him over there. The tree's not going to get in the way. You're going to turn around and come back? Oh, my head of my tripod. I got to adjust my phone. Hopefully, I stand a chance of being able to pan if he flies back. Yeah, that looks pretty level on both accounts. Oh boy. Okay, he's coming back. Hang on, let's see if I can. And he's gonna land right there. Hello. He's got Robin and Redtail. Robin and Redtail. Hey, buddy. You had your little foray. There's Mr. Robin. And there's Mr. Redtail. Cute. Very cute. Did kind of a meandering flight to get back over here. He flew like he was going to go back to where he was. And then he came and wove back over this way. And up onto the brother.
So Aunt Barry saw that car.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, so I went right up to her. I said, listen, you know, there's no way you've been parking right next to our car. Way too close, and there's no way you could get out. She's not really, she's not smaller than Aunt Barry and I. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was just like, okay. And she said, oh no, I didn't get in your car. I'm like, listen, could you know, I've complained to traffic. Could you please just be courteous? You know what I mean? There's no reason to do that. We'll see. Doubtful.
So he did a.
It was a woman. Well, I could say that I'm a woman. It was a woman driver.
A woman driver. Oh look! He's doing his thingy. Oh, that's what? That's 23. His tail is his tail's getting a little bit more distinct. He's still got that little bit of muddiness at the bottom, but it's interesting when he. So he did a meandering flight. He's over there. He went that way, and then he spun around this way, and he landed on the fence.
Oh, good.
And he vacuumed along a robin up into the. He's hunting. He's in the tree there, in the maple.
We've had the robins doing what we expect them to do.
Exactly, yelling at redtails.
Yeah.
Well, you said that we might have some action over here on Wing Drive a few minutes ago.
I got it.
And I thought maybe we'd go over to the playpen, which we did. So he's up here. away from the construction, but there are some dangers here. Is he? So it's been a bit since we've been here. Did the ants come down here at all?
No.
No.
No, they went the other way.
Yeah.
But we went south just.
Oh, there, oh,
Yeah.
Next.
he's bird hunting. Yeah, we had obviously the L's were over here. The M's were
M's were that way.
yeah, the M's were more over at the stadium and stuff like that, and Bartels. Hello. So he's being overstimulated by the birds. Hello. Yeah. So we did not have the ends here, nor the M's, I don't believe. We were just discussing that. We may have been offline. Yes, the European robin is a little bit different looking. Oh, I'm moving the image up and down instead of scrolling the chat. Go figure. I'm sure that there is I'm live. That's good to know. Let's see, he's up there. Yeah.
I was like, I hear robins.
Oh yeah, they're going nuts.
I'm like, they're not robins.
Yeah. Yeah, he's getting the robins, the birds all worked up. He's trying to figure out how to catch a bird. That's O2.
What's that?
His official name is O2.
That's a red tail?
Yeah, it's a red-tailed chick from the nest, tower.
Oh, it's one of the chicks? It's
Yeah.
one of the babies?
Yeah, it's one of the babies.
Nice.
Yeah.
My mom's a big bird, and then my wife got into it. I put a bluebird feeder, kind of mounted on the side of my carport.
Yeah.
2 years ago, we had bluebirds. They had two babies. They had one this year.
Nice.
It was pretty neat. That, you'll hear them, and so friendly. Like they'll let us get right next to them, sit right next to you.
Yeah.
They don't mind to open it up or nothing.
Yeah.
They already had one batch, and I just see them fly out here a day. They'll probably have.
They might have
two or three.
Yeah. Yeah. That's your lucky guy.
It's like one day they're chirping and all Simpson. Babies are gone. They just seem flying around.
Yeah. You're a lucky guy to have bluebirds because they don't, you can set up a classic bluebird, feeder environment and not get anything. And then,
And this is just like, and I think they feel safe because my yard's fenced in, my dog's there, I got a yellow lab. And it's literally screwed to the side of the carport, like we walk by it all the time. Like they know, apparently they know what could get in there.
Yeah.
They know.
Yeah.
They were chasing, what was the bird they were chasing away right before they had the nest? Must have been starling or something. They were nasty. That bird tried flying out towards the nest.
Yeah.
Yeah, Betty and Bob.
Betty and Bob.
Years. And I'm like, I guarantee it's the same one.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. They'll come year after year.
Yep.
Yeah, that's great. That is great. We had, we'd have bluebirds come visit, and then in years past, but then we have tree swallows in the nest instead. And then this year we had bluebirds visit. Didn't see any tree swallows, but we had 2 sets of chickadees
Yeah.
using the bluebird.
using
Yeah, and they had a couple of batches.
My mom they had different birds in one of the. My mom's got probably 4 or 5 bluebirds.
Yep. Yeah, the
She had
boxes
the
on the
boxes
post.
on the
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why I was surprised. Like I just screwed this thing. We found it at the garage sale for like $1. It's a cool little
Yeah.
wooden thing, and I just screwed it to the side of one of the 6x6 posts. and
Yeah.
It's underneath the
It's
cardboard.
perfect. It's perfect.
Yep.
As long as they feel safe and there's a place for the kids to fly to,
Yep.
you know, once they fledge, then you're.
Oh, and it was. They didn't have to work very hard for worms when they were feeding them. Because
Yeah.
all that it was so wet, and they fly out of the nest down the yard and back into the nest.
That's probably the
It was
biggest.
so wet.
that-
The robins were all over this spring. And
Yeah, that's probably the biggest determining factor for you is that there's like food nearby.
And
You know?
I put a pond in out back there, so the bugs
Oh,
are crazy. So
that's
I got
great.
all kinds of water birds. I haven't seen it this year, but
A heron?
green herring.
Oh, really?
Yes, there's a green herring.
Oh, yeah.
It was
They're
sitting up in
very
the big
shy.
cherry tree, and I was like, oh, look at that thing. It's got long legs, but it's small.
Small.
It's like green.
Yeah.
My wife does photography, so she's got a big long.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of it's just a hobby, but that's what she went to school for. So she was taking pictures of it up in the cherry trees, so they're identifying.
Yeah. Yeah, they're very shy,
But
actually.
the blue herrings, you get them. They'll come in and they don't hang out too long.
Yeah.
They come in and get some food.
Yeah. Do you
Yeah.
stock your pond, or do you hit?
Yeah, I've got bluegill and bass in there.
Mhm.
And,
So if you put koi, if you put koi in there, they won't last very long.
they won't last.
Yeah, because
they're
it-
easy to get.
Oh yeah.
The first year when I first started stocking it, I threw like 10 pounds of minnows in there, and that blue herring sat right there, and it was picking me off
Yeah.
because he was eating my minnows.
Oh.
I just put all these minnows in here
I
the first
know.
year. You know, I didn't have cattails or nothing was growing yet.
Right.
And he was down there, I was throwing rocks down at him, chasing him away, and then he'd fly in the tree, and then he'd fly back.
Yeah.
And he could get those minnows. But now the bluegill are spawning, and there's all kinds of little babies there.
Yeah.
It's pretty well stocked now.
Yeah. That's good.
But it was neat. I put that pond in there, and the birds that I've seen, the different ones.
That's nice that you're
Because you
getting.
get all the bugs, and
Yeah.
I get the
Well, you must have tree squalls.
yes, yep. There's all kinds of these water birds come down and hit
Yeah.
grab the bugs.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, you may wind up getting an osprey depending on where you're located.
yeah, it's just south here. It's on about 13 miles south, right? Straight south.
Is it like toward
Towards Spencer.
Spencer?
Yep,
Yeah.
Yep. West Danby.
Yeah.
Right down in that
Yeah.
little
Yeah, we used to
ravine
live.
down there.
Yeah, we used to live in West Danby.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
So you down on Station Road?
Nope. I'm right before the church there. I'm literally the last one on West Danby Water towards Newfield. So before you get like Van Buskirk off,
Yeah.
up, I'm
Mhm.
right there.
Got it.
Yep.
It's a pretty area out
Yeah.
there. It's really nice. We lived there for a long time, and it's quiet. We lived. I don't know if you know where Maple Avenue is. So it's right in West Danby,
Yeah.
and there's a church, and then you go to the intersection of Station Road.
Yep.
So one is Station Road or Bald Hill Road. Station Road.
Station Road goes up and then
It goes
turns
east,
and-
and Maple Avenue goes west.
Oh, okay.
It's that little neighborhood.
Oh, okay.
there.
All right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, this guy's pretty. He's trying to figure it out. He's been hanging out with his sister. They've been doing everything together for the last
yeah.
week and a half and stuff like that, and or 2 weeks. And they were out on the soccer goalpost, and she decided to go that way toward Bartels, probably because Dad flew over, landed on Riley Robin, and he circled around the stacks and was being chased by red-winged blackbirds, and he went over to Bartels, and she went over that way looking for food, his sister, and he decided to come this way, which is interesting because they haven't they got as far as the lighting tower over there about a week ago, but this is their first foray over in this area.
What do you think their main diet is up here? Like
Oh, they get
chipmunks? I mean, they're
chipmunks and
everywhere.
squirrels.
I
Yeah.
see little rabbits running around. I mean,
Yeah,
there's
everything.
A lot of wildlife up here.
Everything. Birds. Dad'll get birds.
Yeah.
They'll get. He'll get squirrel and chipmunk and snake
Oh, I'm
and
sure they get
pigeons.
stuff out of the creeks too.
Yeah, totally.
I go down Delaware River fly fishing a lot. And a lot of them are big eagles down there.
Yeah, yeah. It's awesome.
That's really cool encounters.
Yeah.
And you see how big they are when you're floating down the river and they're sitting in a tree just staring. I've had them come down and grab fish right up in front of me. Big eagles.
Yeah, and they collect down at
They're fishing for a trout and they come right down and snatch one like that.
Yeah. So are you down near the Conowingo Dam or upstream?
Yeah, it's kind of, well, I fished the East Branch and West Branch.
Got it.
Both of them all the way down to Hancock.
Got it.
We used to stay on the East Branch and then I fished from deposit down.
All right, buddy. Yeah, no, there's like in the wintertime, if you go down to the Conowingo Dam, that's like this huge. And if you want to see like a ton of bald eagles, because they just collect.
Is that like an inlet?
It's a reservoir and stuff like that with the dam, and there's a. I mean, it's kind of like over the top because everybody goes there to see the eagles, and so it's like if you're trying to find a place to stay or a place to park. Probably not the choice, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
that's where they mostly congregate. But then again, you're seeing them all along the Delaware.
River.
Yeah.
There was one time, there must have been 20 or 30 of them up there just circling. You could see, I mean, they were so high.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
You could see them
Yeah.
hanging out up there. All right, I gotta get back to work.
All right, man. Nice talking to you. Thank you. Oh, hi. Good morning, Noel. Or that would be 01. Oh, Nikki. No, it's Nikki. Hi. All right, so we're over here. We're east of, we're at the east end of Tower Road by Wing Drive. Yeah. I gotta check the time. Alright, so we have Nikki's watching 01 over at the frontal lawn. And we've got 23 over here. What do you expect to happen, young man? We gotta go check on, we got O's fledging. Also, so this kid is here, and down that way is the construction area and the he's getting pushed around by the robins. What do you expect? And he's going into a tree. Not sure that's gonna help necessarily. And he's heading back. Kinda, sorta. The robins are like, phew! You did your job, Robin. Right, so we got on this light pole. You can see the construction of the crane. There. He's up on light pole. So Nikki Burton's over at the hello. You're not gonna give up, are you? He wants a bird. Oh yeah, yeah. I guess Owen's back on the Furno lawn. Because I guess Nikki Burton is there watching. What are you doing? He's back into the fray. So right over here is Stocking Hall, aka the Dairy Bar. Yep, he's causing trouble.
They're not happy.
No, they're not. Oh, Blue Jays mobbing him. Just bombed him. Bud, you gonna go back in the fray? Okay, we're over here at the corner again, and he's up there, and that's Atkinson, the east end of Atkinson, behind him. Here he comes. Into the trees again. You can go back out again. Yeah. I know you can't see him very well, but okay, he's on the move again. Off he goes. Maybe he's gonna head back. Where are you gonna go, buddy? He's working his way across the soccer field. And is he gonna land on the east side of the building, or are you gonna flow through the building? He's going past it. Oh, he's down the Wi-Fi box on the tower?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, let's stop by and say hi to Nikki, and then we'll head off. All right, guys. He's down there by the Wi-Fi box, and we're going to go ahead and say goodbye.
That was a long and beautiful flight.
That was a long and beautiful flight. All right. Take care, guys.